All right, on the phone with me this morning is Mark Hodel, Street Supervisor for the City of Fitchburg Public Works Department. Mark, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, Jeremy.
Thank you for taking the time out. I know you have a very busy schedule, and we appreciate the time. I've got you here to talk a little bit about today's late April spring snowstorm. Which is just weird for me to say that. But Mark, let's talk about, is there any change that goes into as stuff starts to heat up and we still have these late snowstorms? What's the response from you guys when you're attacking these types of storms?
Well, pretty much it's the same as a normal snowstorm. We try to make the road free of snow and ice so that they're safe for travel. Um, One thing about it, if there's not a lot of snow, you can kind of do things a little different because it is going to melt fairly soon. You can use a little bit of less salt. Um, but otherwise, if there's enough snow, you still have to go through the motions of clearing the parking lanes and whatnot because it is hard for people to drive over to get into their driveways. So it will all depends how much it piles up if you have to just clear the driving lanes or if you have to clear the parking and curb lanes as well.
And with this storm coming in today, are we pre-treating roads, or because the roads are so warm, we won't be pre-treating them with that salt brine?
No, we're not actually pre-treating anything right now. I mean, there's still a little bit of residual salt on the roads from the last snow we had a couple days ago, and like you said, it's the pavement is fairly warm. It's above freezing right now, and so it shouldn't need it.
Right. And we talked before we got on air here about that you guys kind of go out and do patching as the road kind of thaws out. We see some potholes develop and whatnot. I know you had mentioned that you get all the patch on the road, and then when we have these late storms, unfortunately, it hasn't gotten settled in necessarily. So you might be undoing some of that work you've done.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. We try to keep ahead of it and keep the potholes patched as they come, but you get these snowfalls that have to be addressed, and some of it does come back out, so we'll have to, go around and do some patching. Hopefully, a lot of it stays where it is.
Right. Also, you had mentioned too that the alternate side parking isn't really in effect anymore. And when we're talking about these snows, you got soft shoulders, you got heavier snow, tend to be a little bit heavier snowfalls here. How do the drivers adjust for these conditions?
Well, you definitely, like you said, it's a heavy. Usually, this time of year when it's this warm, it's heavier snow, so you really have to slow down. I mean, the snow coming off the end of the wing will, take mailboxes, tip garbage cans over. If you would get off the road at all, it's the shoulders are soft and grass is soft, and it does damage. So it's you have to change your ways a little bit. Slow down and be extra careful. You're careful to begin with, but you have to be extra careful when everything's soft all around it.
Right. No, I think it's good for folks to hear that the plan changes a little bit and that you guys do your best with with what you have to work with. Final question for you: Are your plan tonight for attacking this late spring storm?
Well, it all depends on how much we get and when we get it and the timing. But I would definitely like to have the driving lanes in fairly decent shape for people coming home from work in the evening commute. Then, if it's still continuing to snow, quit and start early in the morning so that travel lanes are in nice shape for people going to work in the morning.
Perfect. Well, Mark, I appreciate the time. Good luck out there. Say hi to all the drivers, and thank you guys for all you've done all winter long. And I know you're ready to put those plows away anytime now. So hopefully this is the final storm.
Hopefully. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Mark. That's Mark Hodel, Fitchburg Street Supervisor for the Public Works Department.